Oh God.
It's happening.
Are you guys getting buffering?
A little bit.
Luna told me this is pushing her computer to the limit, so we will work on it.
We're live.
Oh my God, you guys, we're live.
Oh my God. Is this it?
Are we?
This is it. We are live. Hello, everybody. Welcome
Oh
to
my
the very
gosh.
first stream on Shared Experience. We are so excited to be here. I'm going to apologize off the top right now for the buffering during the video. I promise the video is very, very awesome. Unfortunately, this is really pushing the limits of my computer. We're in the process of piecing together a new system for me, but I don't have all the components yet. So hopefully it doesn't affect the channel too bad, but anyway, here
I
we
think it
are.
looks good.
I'm so excited.
It looks great.
We have a lot of people to thank for getting us here. We had a lot of the art, all of the art that you guys are looking at right now, the intro video, that was all done by Lot Evenstar, who is in chat right now. He's a member of the Dice Tyrants. Thank you so much for being so flexible with what we needed. Our logo was done by him. The header, all the banners that you see down below us was all done by him. He just is so phenomenal to work with. If you are looking for an artist, highly recommend him. If you're looking for a new system to play, I also recommend him for that because he just had a successful Kickstarter. So there you go. So without further ado, I would like to introduce everybody to the group that I have on tonight. So this is Tales from the Tavern, which is a roundtable discussion that we have on a weekly basis, and it's really driven by the questions that come in from chat. So we want you to participate. We want you to be a part of this. We want you to ask us questions about TTRPG and all things nerdy. All of our experiences with it are very different. So we'd love to kind of have conversations about all of that stuff. So we're going to introduce ourselves and let you know a little about who we are and how we're coming at this. And we'll go from there. So Amanda, let's start with you.
Hi, I'm Amanda. I'm one of the founders of Shared Experience here. You can find me on Twitter at MandaMandaYay. And I'm TTRPG lover, role player, miniature painter, and I am so freaking excited to have all of you guys here and for this to be our premiere tonight. I'm just beyond words, beyond excited. It means so much that everyone's here and has been supporting us the last, 6 to 8 weeks that we've been working behind the scenes creating this. So I am super stoked for tonight.
Excellent. Oh my God, me too. Poor Amanda has been the brunt of my, oh my God, I'm so nervous, I want to vomit emails all day, or messages all day. So, so anyway, Amanda, thanks so much for being on here. Floop, I'm so excited that you're here.
Okay, first off, I need to see a huge wall of hearts for this channel right now, okay? You guys have been working so hard on this whole entire production and seeing all of the moments that you guys, all of the work, all of the attention, every single detail. I am so excited to see what this channel is going to do, and I am honored to be a guest on this channel. So I'm just happy to be here.
Well, thank you.
I don't know if I'm supposed to say anything about myself, but
Please do. Absolutely.
I love tabletop gaming. I'm new to the tabletop world, but yeah, I'm just here to chat with you guys and yeah, have a good time. But look at all those hearts. You guys are looking so cute. Oh my goodness.
We have a cute chat here too.
Very cute.
Chat, absolutely.
Cute chat. Well, thank you so much for taking time. I know your schedule is always really busy, and it's super appreciated that you're here and how much you've been supporting us behind the scenes as well. So thank you. AuraJade, so nice to have you on.
Thank you.
If you
Hi, everyone.
go ahead.
I'm
Yeah, I was
Aurelia.
just going to say, introduce yourself and tell us a little about who you are. And
I am the brunt of all of Wolf's puns. I've been tabletop playing since 9 years old. We'll play a game later to see just how old I am. Huge Star Wars fan, and I'm just happy to be here.
excellent. Well, thank you so much. We had tried to get Aura on during the last season of this stream, and it just didn't work out. So we're really glad it worked out to have her on the premiere this week. And you know him, you love him. Say hello to Beaz.
Well, what's up, everybody? I am Big Beaz, also known as the illegitimate brother of Flip.
I love you too.
I play TTRPGs and not doing that randomly on my own stream, screaming at things and dying a lot. So can't wait to see what tonight holds because I'm super nervous.
Well, Beaz, I'm so glad it worked out to have you on. We were supposed to get Beaz on also last season, and his schedule and my schedule never lined up because he was always streaming on nights that I would ask him to come and join us. So yay, I'm glad. And the man, the myth, the legend, it's Wolf's Blood.
I'm not exactly sure how legendary that is, but hey, I am Wolf's Blood. I am here now officially in the capacity of being the head moderator for the new Shared Experience channel. I have been tabletop gaming now since I was, probably 11 or 12. So, yeah, I'll join that game with Aura later about whether or how old we actually are at this point and how many years we've been gaming. So, it's going to be a blast. This channel is amazing. Tons of work have gone into it. Hope you guys love it. Hope you guys love the new format. Let's get it rolling.
Yes, awesome. Well, thank you so much. Wolf's Blood has been another super great driving force behind the scenes, helping get new moderators up to speed. So again, chat, if you are just joining us, this is Tales from the Tavern. We're a nerdy roundtable discussion. Please drop your questions into chat. That's where we get our conversation topics from. So feel free to just start throwing them out there, and we will answer them as best as we can. I can't make any huge promises that we will get to everything. So, but I am going to start with the first question. And this is a question that pretty much if you've ever watched the show, you know I love to ask this question because I have a very solid answer, but I want to know what everybody else feels about this. So I'm going to throw it out there. Do your dice have to match?
Yes.
I would say in general, yes.
Depends. That's a situational thing.
How so?
Because for the most part, starting out a game, hell yeah, they should match. You should have a nice, sexy set that's ready to rock. But you get halfway through a game and your D20 has been throwing you ones and twos all day, you damn right I'm going to substitute it out for another one. So that goes into, I will start with a matching set, but I will have like 16 sets on standby in the back, ready to go.
Yes, I second that too. If the dice are not working out, I don't care if they don't match. Gotta fix it.
All right, you guys. I have an answer. It's yes, but that's just because I got my first dice set this past week, and it's right here.
Oh boy!
I don't have an option, but this is my first set of dice, and I don't think I'm ever going to need another one, right? So the answer is, of course, yes, right?
I call dibs on being there when you break it in.
I think we will. I think we'll have to make sure that he gets another set at some point, because I don't know if one set will do, but that's just because I own.
If you are going to go with one set,
I was going to say I own at least 12 sets. So
those are beautiful.
Are those metal?
those are metal die.
They're beautiful.
nice.
So the wonderful part about these, though, is that when you're rolling these, if stuff goes wrong, rather than retiring it, you can just pling it right into the forehead of your DM. and it'll change the rest of the night. Your luck is guaranteed to change at that point.
Oh my gosh.
Those things are hefty.
They are. I actually have, I keep them here so that I'm not tempted to use them when I actually play in real life. But I own 2 of these. They're dice catapults. I'm now only allowed to use them with mini marshmallows because reasons. But yeah.
Hold on. Wait, that's actually a dice catapult.
It's a dice catapult. Yep. It's from Elderwood Academy. I picked it up at PAX East a couple years ago.
That is so cool.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it's really cool. It comes flat packed, so you put it together yourself, and you just put a little rubber band around it, and it's got a tensioner at the bottom, and you just load it up, and boop. So, yes.
All right, well, that just went into chat because buying one.
We'll have to. Well, maybe we'll have to do a giveaway for one of those at some point. Speaking of which, I forgot to mention we have 2 giveaways that are going to be happening tonight. I'm trying to pull up the. Oh, it's so the first one is for a spell tracker from Arcane Spectacles. And if you don't know who they are, they make TTRPG accessories. So spell trackers, dice vaults, things like that. They are actually, Jared just announced yesterday on a stream that I was on with him that they are going to be launching like dice vaults that you can just use to store like a set of dice. Soon, very soon. They just launched another product yesterday, which is spell trackers with various art on them. The art is done by Eddie York, if you know who he is. And then they also have like a sneak attack tracker. They have a paladin spell tracker. They have some stuff for Pathfinder 2nd edition. So if you are interested in entering the giveaway, !ticket is your entry. And that is for a spell tracker. So I started a marshmallow fight with the catapult in chat a few weeks ago over at Paradise RPG. It was great. But !ticket if you're interested in signing up to potentially win a spell tracker. We will draw that just after we come back from our break in about 45 minutes or so. So that's that. So I saw a question that came in from chat. It was one, let's see, Katie Machin wanted to know, what's the funniest TTRPG death you've ever encountered?
Oh, I know one. It was actually when I was a DM. It was a game I had at my house with a bunch of close friends, and I made the mistake of being the DM and a character.
Oh.
Yeah. So he was a halfling bard, and he did not want to fight whatsoever. So every time they got into a fight, he would throw out a couple buffs and then just slink into the corner and do his own thing. They were running through a dungeon and got caught up on an undead minotaur, and he wrecked the party. And I did all my heals to help out and did everything I could. They beat him, but my character went down in the process. And so the way I play as a DM is I do extremes. So if you roll a 20, something fantastic is going to happen. If you roll a 1, something horrible is going to happen. So the paladin came over, and I was like, okay, my character's done. That's cool, great. And then my paladin's like, hey, I can heal him, right? I was like, well, he's hurt. He's like out. Like he was almost completely murdered with that one hit. So you can try, just roll me a medicine check and see what you can do. And he was like, sure. Rolled a 1, and I was like, cool, you gotta lay hands, and snapped his neck. So now he's dead.
Oh.
And he was like,
Well then.
I was like, well, that's how I got out of that game.
That's amazing. I haven't had, I actually have not had a character die yet. So I'm not sure. The only time that I've ever been in a party with a character that died, it wasn't the death that was funny, but when he was resurrected and it was Pathfinder, and he had to roll for a new race or ancestry, and he ended up going from a human cleric to a dwarf cleric, which I thought was just really funny. But I have not died yet, thankfully. Fingers crossed.
Well, I feel a lot better about my answer because I was going to be like, I have never had a character that's died because I am a noob. But because Manda hasn't had one die either, that's yeah, I'm going to go with that one too.
I got.
I think the best.
Go ahead.
So I think the best one for me was actually playing Shadowrun, and we were getting towards the end of the night. Game was winding down, and we had not been the greatest party to our GM that night, and had put him pretty much through hell the entire way. We had done an infiltration into a corp tower. Long story short, there were many explosions, and we managed to make it out. Well, he wasn't happy with that, and so as we're tearing out, I was a rigger. So I've got my car, and everybody's in. We're flying down the road through this alley, and all of a sudden he had us do a roll. We're like, why? So we all rolled, and all of us pretty well botched it. And what that meant was that the monofilament wire that was strung across the alleyway, right at about head height to a car. Yeah! TPK right then and there.
F.
Just because we had pissed him off that night.
Oh,
Ouch.
no.
So for me, it's not falling rocks take out the party, it's monofilament wire. We were so
Nice.
scared of that stuff from that point forward. Nope. We
That's
had carried
fair.
carrots with us everywhere.
That makes sense.
Mine would be Werewolf the Apocalypse playing a Fianna Galliard, who could best be described as Wolf's Blood with way too much sugar. And we had encountered a mage who I had finally pushed to the limit, and he pushed Paradox hard enough that I became a lawn gnome.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, that is so cool.
I love it. I love it. That's amazing. Bat Duck said in chat, and it's true, it happened earlier today, actually. I got a little too friendly with a shambling mound and hit a -7 and rolled 2 death saves. Uh-oh. Did we lose somebody?
Floop!
Ah!
Come back!
Floop! We missed you.
Floopy, come back.
He's back. He's back.
You can blame it all on me.
Oh my goodness.
Character
I'm
death.
back. I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
Oh
first
my
character
goodness.
death.
Right?
Okay, my first character death live on Twitch. F.
F's in chat for Floop.
F's in chat.
Oh no. Oh gosh. Okay. All right. Let's see. I had another question that I just lost it. Hang on one second. Let's see. Oh, Relic from Know Your Role. Hi Nick. Would like to know how much of yourself do you typically put into your TTRPG characters?
That's a good question. I think I unintentionally put a lot of myself in it. I always try to create a character that's different than me, and then as I actually roleplay that character, I come to find out that there's a lot more of me in that character than I even tried to do. And I'm always like, okay, next time I'm gonna make it really different than me. And then I'm like, oh, okay, I am actually evil, or I am actually nice. I don't know, like whatever character is. But I think sometimes it's just unavoidable.
My first character, so I'm playing a campaign on Roll20 right now, and my character's name is Justin Timberlake because I like NSYNC, and so that's about yeah. I guess if that answers your question, that's all I got to say about that.
Who invited Floop onto here?
I'm about to get kicked off.
I unintentionally do it every single, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna make this new character cool, and then all of a sudden, halfway through, I'm like, yeah, well, I mean, I understand why he does because I owe, and then I'm like, oh no, it's fine, I'll make this other character, and then yeah, he does this, well, he would do this because I would, and then sometimes like I'm learning stuff about myself that I'm not ready for. It's cool though, yay! But yeah,
I feel that.
half of it is just it's I mean, it's hard not to.
I will generally find something that works for my own persona, and then just jack it up as far as possible and stay on that track, because I played so many characters that I was trying not to be me. I realized just how much fun it was to actually just take one piece and just see how far I could go with it.
See, and for me, I think every character that I have ever played reflects at least a part of myself, because it's just easier than to get into the character, understand what your motivation really will be, and then decide from there. I think one of the really important parts about any character whenever you're playing it is really just focus on what are some of the key driving principles behind it, and just make sure you bring that mindset in every time that you're at the table or you're in roll 20, whatever it is. And if it's one of those characters where, I need too much sugar, well, then I'm just going to start downing cups of sugar right before game time, and it's amazing. And that's when you end up with characters like Dave, who is one of my absolute favorite recurring characters, who started off as a gnome wizard who is pure chaotic neutral and has the best intentions, but he also has a rod of wonder, and it doesn't work out well most of the time.
I've played a lot of characters. I'm trying to think if there's one that's like the most like me, and I can't think of one that's the most like me, because all of them have bits and pieces of who I am, but in different ways. It just depends on what piece of me I want to bring out with a certain character. For example, I did a short stream with the Dice Tyrants back last winter into the early spring, and my character over there was it was a Savage Worlds World of Darkness crossover, and so my character was a werewolf, and so that had that really carried a lot of like my, oh my god, I had a really bad day at work, and it was a really great way to kind of get that out without doing it in a destructive way. It was a really nice way to kind of have that outlet for her. So it really just depends on what piece I feel best will fit with any of my characters at any time.
Definitely.
Yeah. Bat Duck's like, it's a halfling rogue. I mean, you're not wrong. It's not wrong. Shannon Roby. Hi, Shannon. Shannon would like to know, what is your favorite thing about D&D or TTRPGs?
It seems like such an easy question, but there's a lot of depth to that.
I think like that's a really that's kind of it, is the depth. Like I even in the last question that you asked about, like I feel like even in the character that I've created, it's kind of cool, like putting yourself, even part of yourself, into like an adventure, and like I love the depth and the what it brings out of you. I don't know how else to explain it. It's hard to, words are difficult, but I don't know. I love how you just can discover more about yourself. You can discover more about your friends too, and I love how it's like a super, like it's like a really deep experience that you go in together, and it's a really great way to just learn more about each other. And I love the person aspect of it. That's my favorite part.
My cat is yelling at me. Sorry if you guys can all hear her. She just came up and just started yelling.
That's a really good question. I think I like the creativity of it. One of my favorite parts about TTRPGs is the character creation. And now I've started kind of exploring the DM world and world creation. And so I realized I really like those aspects, a lot of it too. I like everything about it. I mean, honestly, I was really surprised when I first started playing, because I never had any interest in like acting or doing anything like that. But I love just how creative I can get. And I feel like there's not a whole lot of outlets that I can get creative with that I feel like I'm actually good at. So I think this is something that I think I'm kind of good at, and that I really enjoy, and really gets that creativity and imagination out for me.
My brain goes full Frodo Baggins. I'm going on an adventure, and I just embrace every bit of it. So that's what I love the most. I'm taking a trip that I couldn't take anywhere else.
Love it.
Yeah.
I think that's what pulled me into tabletop gaming to begin with, was that escapism from just the day to day. It wasn't that it was bad stuff or anything going on while I was growing up or anything. It was just that wonderful time where you could kick back, you could be whatever you wanted to be. And when I started tabletop gaming, it was with D&D, and there is no edition because it was D&D first edition, and I eventually went into second edition. But it was at that time that I realized that this was something totally new. This was something that I could get together with my friends, and you could just have that fun that you can't really have out in public. Or you couldn't back then. You can do it a lot more now. And so it was just that ability to have that creativity, have that storytelling, have that wonderful just sense of everybody being together. And yes, I am giving out age clues here. But that was me. I miss having that player's handbook in DMG.
I would
Baby
have to say
wolf's blood.
For me, it's like being able to star in your own video or your own anime, and it's just you control it. You don't have to sit back and be like, oh, I do this, I do that. If I was there, you're there. It's happening. You make those choices, and it's amazing for someone to come to you with their baby, like the DM to come to you with this world that they have plans for, and for you to help them build it, as well as completely and utterly destroy all their plans. I think that's the best part.
So I have a follow-up question to something that Man said. I want to know if you guys think that you have to be good at a TTRPG to have fun at a TTRPG.
No, I don't think so. I mean, I think that applies to lots of things, but for me personally, I'm like a perfectionist. I'm one of those people that, like, if I'm literally not good at something in like the first 10 minutes, or at least kind of sort of good, I'm just like, oh, this isn't for me. And so I was really surprised when I first started playing like 9 years ago. I was surprised that I was like, okay, I'm picking this up really well. I never considered acting or role playing or anything. And I was like, okay, I'm really getting into this. And I mean, I was obviously really bad my first time and have gotten better, but it was something I didn't want to give up on, because I felt like there was something there that was really, it was piquing something in my brain that was really, some depth there that I was really pulling from.
I think I think like the term good is kind of in a creative endeavor is kind of vacuous. I think if you're having fun doing it, I think that's like you being good at it. So for me, like, I'm new, and a lot of times I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm still having fun, even if I'm like screwing up, and like I don't know, it's just all of the attitude and the perspective of everybody, and if that's good, then it's all good. That's what I'm learning, at least.
I would say, I don't like that. If you're good, then you have fun. No. It's all about having fun. It's all about, I know people that have studied the, that have min-max characters, that have done all sorts of stuff, and they're just not fun to play with. They're just horribly annoying or boring or anything. I'd rather have a group of people that have no clue what they're doing, but are down to RP and down to get into the story and have fun any day.
New players are the most fun, because that's when you're sitting at the table and you go, are you sure? Those 3 words right there will change your entire night.
Yeah.
Yep.
So true.
And I'm always so sure, and I just keep walking. I keep walking, and then there's a trap, and then all of a sudden I'm not so sure, and yeah, that's, I feel that.
I need to see you the first time you run into a mimic.
Not yet, not that I know of, at least.
I ran into my first mimicked door recently, which was fantastic. Also, I was able to put it to sleep, so that was very cool. But
Ooh, nice.
yeah, but it was really, really funny. It was, we were like, we opened the door, and she's like, and the door tries to bite you, and we were all like, oh my god.
But one of the things I saw in chat is, what does it mean to be good at a TTRPG?
Yeah.
There is no good. Have fun, enjoy, be at the table, and just be with your friends. I mean, that's the long and short of it. If you screw something up, great, because it's probably going to add flavor to the campaign all of a sudden. Just
Right.
don't yeet somebody, into a trap intentionally and
Or through
kill
Yeah.
off one of the PCs, unless it's going to be funny. And then
And I did want to clarify when I did say like being good at TTRPGs, I meant it more for like kind of like for me personally, like my own standards in my head. Like I was like Luna and I were agreeing on, like if you're not good at something in the first few minutes, you're just like, oh, that doesn't mean you're never going to be good or that good even really matters. But for me, I just have a lot of self-confidence issues. And so I don't always go into things thinking that right away, like, oh, you don't have to be good at something. I have like these weird personal standards for me. So yeah, I mean, obviously I know that now, but when I first started, I'm like, when I first start anything, I have this fear of like not being adequate enough to my own standards, and something I'm always actively working on.
One of the things, and this sort of goes off what you and what Wolf's Blood was talking about playing with new players and the question of are you sure, is Shannon Roby will tell the story all the time about how she does D&D with her students. She's a teacher and she teaches really young kids. And she said what's so great about that is that they come up with, and I find this is true of any new player, they don't know what the rules say you can and can't do, so they'll come up with the coolest stuff. Like they want to, try something that people who have been playing a long time might be like, oh, you can't do that because the rules say you can't. Well, the DM might say, yeah, you know what? Heck with the rules, like we're going to do it. So that's one of the things that's nice about it, is you're not bound by a firm mechanic like you are in a video game. So that's what I like about it.
got to keep that rule of cool open.
Rule of cool. Yeah.
Love it.
Yep. Just a reminder, chat, there is a giveaway going on right now, ! Ticket, if you would like to be entered for a giveaway for a spell tracker from Arcane Spectacles. You can visit arcanespectacles.com if you'd like to see what those actually look like, but they're very cool, and they have also partnered with us, so if you don't win and you would like to add a spell tracker to your collection of TTRPG accessories, you can go to their website and use shared EXP for 10% off your order. Yeah, so I just want to throw that out there, so I make sure everybody gets to enter before we close that giveaway in about a half an hour. So let's see. Bat Duck would like to know, if this is Floop's first dice set, what RPG is he breaking them in on?
So, oh my goodness. So Amanda's going to be the DM for it. And I'm trying to remember what the campaign is. It's a well-known campaign.
Tyranny of Dragons for 5th edition.
Nice.
Yeah. Tyranny of Dragons, 5th edition. That's the one I'm breaking it in on. So I'm really excited.
That is very cool. So along those lines, Press X to Jump would like to know, what TTRPG system haven't you played yet that you want to experiment with? My list is like this long, so
Right? And you keep introducing me to like more and more. Every time you find something new, you're like, oh, check this out. And I'm like adding it to my list.
Sorry,
I'm
not
really
sorry.
interested. I'm interested in playing some of the more popular like horror ones. Call of Cthulhu and Vampire the Masquerade. I'm currently playing Zweihander, which is kind of dark. But I'm definitely interested in doing something more horror oriented and where I can create like a really gritty character that isn't just like, oh, hey, I'm a cleric or I'm a whatever. Like, I'm going to go in and just like mess some shit up. I almost dropped the F-bomb.
Ever since we talked about it the other day, I can't get it out of my head, and which is playing the Ravenloft campaign. However, our party, Luna knows where I'm going with this one. So Ravenloft campaign, except our party is made up from My Little Pony.
Yes, I want to do that so bad.
Wow, amazing.
What?
Just think about it.
I'm down. I'm down.
Let it stew in your brain for a second here. Imagine the power of a My Little Pony in Ravenloft.
Are we going to stream this?
Yep.
That's amazing.
Oh.
I've got a list. I mean, miles long, different. But the top 3 I would have to say would be number 1, a Western. I have been dying to play a Western so badly. Another would be some kind of space adventure. And the third one would be horror. Like maybe Call of Cthulhu, something like that. Those are the 3 that I like. If I had to take and put them out there, would be those.
Beaz, I want to kind of combine your first 2, and I really want to play the Firefly role-playing game.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And I mean, we can throw in horror easily,
Oh my
but
God,
I have
yeah.
wanted to just run with that for a long time.
That'd be
And it's been
amazing.
out
A
6
Firefly
years.
horror?
Mm-hmm.
Firefly Dead Space.
Oh,
Hmm.
Ooh.
that's it. Make it so.
That's got homebrew written all over it. Okay.
I mean,
okay.
Beaz, we aim to misbehave here.
Amen.
You're in the right place.
It's true. I can suddenly see everybody's wheels going, okay, how do we make this all happen? Like, over here we've got the My Little Ponies and Ravenloft going on. Over here we have a Western horror set in Firefly. Like, it's going to be amazing. Oh my gosh. I have been guilty. This pandemic did a number on my wallet because of the number of Kickstarters that came out. And I backed a few Kickstarters. I backed Lot Even Stars, Aether and Steamworks 1.5. So I would really love to play some of that at some point. I also backed a horror Kickstarter called, it wasn't Lotus, but it was like Lotus. I can't remember the name of it now. But that looked really neat. And there was another, like a 5e set that I backed on Kickstarter as well that is like a superhero wizard set. So that looked like it could be a lot of fun as well. So I'm hoping to try those sooner rather than later. I don't know if anybody else has any other ones.
I have officially written them all down on my list of things to try.
Good job.
Thank you.
I can't tell you the number of times I've left doing the show with like post-it notes all over my desk of new games to try. It's been awful. And wonderful, but awful. Because I'm like,
Rip wallet again.
exactly. Exactly. So along with systems that we want to try, we were also asked what was the first system you ever played?
Oh, Pathfinder, first edition. Ugh, I love that so much, and no shade on D&D. I love D&D, but Pathfinder, just there's something about it. I think the one thing that people don't like about Pathfinder is the thing that I like the most. I like the crunchiness, the complexity, and that's what got me into TTRPGs, and I love it, and I'm really excited to try second edition for the first time sometime soon.
I remember mine. It was while I was deployed, uh, fourth edition.
Oh,
Fourth edition.
interesting.
It was I had a Goliath barbarian knock. He was a beast, and he ate kobolds, which is hilarious because the DM sent us into a cave full of kobolds for our first one, and I was like,
The very first one for me was D&D First Edition. I found the books; they belonged to my oldest brother, and started playing there. Moved from D&D First Edition to Second Edition at about that same time. Started playing BattleTech, and that's when I first discovered those wonderful things called miniatures. And from that day forward, I was broke.
Yes.
It's like me with dice.
Luna, you
Original-
need to stop sending me all those links.
Hashtag sorry, not sorry. I introduced
up,
him to a
Tavern.
website that changes out their $5 dice sets every Thursday.
Oh, jeez. Don't send it to me.
I will absolutely send it to anybody who doesn't want it.
No.
The original red box for Dungeons and Dragons.
Ooh.
Mine was D&D 3.5. So not quite as early, but Floop, have you played any other games or
Well, in the early days of April of this year, my first one was D&D 5e. So that's the only one that I've played.
I kind of like 5e because I feel like it has a really low barrier to entry.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be really complicated, and it turned out to be it turned out to be kind of you kind of learn as you went, versus like I thought you were gonna have to read an encyclopedia and like really have your stuff together, but you know it's a lot more gradual than I thought it was gonna be. I feel like there's a lot of people that think that playing tabletop is a very high barrier for entry, but D&D does a really great job. I feel like it was made to be playable by anybody, you know, regardless of skill level. So to me, that was invaluable. Yeah.
And you're welcome to anybody who just opened that link for the $5 dice.
Nope. Not gonna do it.
Do it. You know you want it. They also do deals on their metal dice
They
on
do.
occasion as
$19.
well. Yep, for a full metal set, which, conveniently, I have right here. Imagine that.
So, do you remember that first question where you were like, "Do you have to have all the dice matching?" I'm gonna change my answer to no.
No, don't open it.
Oh, it's too late. I'm sorry.
It's too late.
That's it.
Everybody you guys know are getting dice for the holidays, so
Yes.
Shameless plug. Also, dice bags, which are very nice.
they have a lot of very cool stuff on there, and it's pretty
They do.
affordable. Maybe we'll have to go after them next for a partnership.
You made that sound so evil.
I mean, if I could
Their
get you
next
$5
request.
dice every week with a discount code,
Oh, I'm all over it.
oh my gosh. All right, I'm going to stop now because I'm going to start shopping for dice, and I'm going to totally forget about you guys, and it's going to be bad.
Yeah, we have
Focus.
a show going on right now.
Focus! Jim the Dim would like to know, do you have a story where everyone at the table had a huge aha moment, either at the table or like right afterwards, whether it was a stream or a podcast or just after the session?
I have never, but I am looking forward to hearing your guys' answers.
I can't think of one. Like a aha, we should have realized that after. I mean, there's been lots of, there's been lots of endings of like sessions where something has happened as a cliffhanger, and we're like, oh, but never just like, aha! I knew. Oh no, wait, no, no, not really. I
I
can't
think
think
I've
of
had
one
it
off the top of my head.
personally. Yeah, I'm not sure I've had it in a group setting, but I think I personally have like had certain things about systems or gameplay just click in my head and I'm like, "Oh," but I don't think I shared them with anyone because I was probably fronting the whole time pretending like I understood and then just kept it to myself.
Mine would have been from a Vampire the Masquerade live action group that I used to run years ago in Clarksville, Tennessee. And I kept them going for 8 months before they realized who the actual prince of the city was. And when they realized it, my character was promptly murdered within 1 minute.
Whoa!
Oh my gosh.
And if you've ever seen what it takes to play live action role play for Vampire, it's a lot of. And they managed to do it in less than a minute.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
I don't think I've ever had a full party aha moment. I think the only thing that even came close is probably in a Shadowrun campaign where we thought we were working for one corp. We ended up finding out we were working for a different corp that wasn't a corp. It was actually directly for a dragon. And that was the aha moment of, oh, wait, do we really want to get ourselves into this?
That's a good one.
So,
Yeah. Oh, I think I heard about that game one time. I think you told me about that game one time.
yeah, I probably have. That was a fun one.
Yeah.
I miss Shadowrun. I want to play that one again, too.
That's one of the ones that's on my really long list of things I'd like to try at some point. But I think for me, and now that I can say this because the campaign is no longer going on, there was a campaign that I played in with Yachts Twitch and Cyclone Jack and Decider 12. And one of the characters, we knew him as a paladin. And it was when somebody, like, the characters were doing their thing and we offered to meet him somewhere where he was supposed to have this big fight. And we were like, oh my gosh, we need to be there to support him. And then lo and behold, we were like, oh, he's actually a dragon. Yeah, he doesn't need us for anything. So,
Oh my gosh.
yeah, that was when my character caught the dragon egg and booked it. Bye.
Nice.
I did want to point out just wanted to point out real quick because we're coming up towards the top of that hour. Keep in mind we do have the giveaway going right now for a spell tracker from Arcane Spectacles.
That's right.
In order to enter, just go ahead and type in !ticket into chat.
And also, this channel just hit over 100 followers.
Yeah, we did.
So, can we get a wall of hearts for that first stream? Literally first stream, over 100 followers. You guys are incredible.
You guys are so great.
Yay.
We're so excited. We're so excited to be here. Yeah. Oh, I can't even tell you. We've been working really hard on this. So, we've got some great people that are, have a bunch of stuff coming up, and we've got lots more in the works still. And I'm so excited. All right. So I'm going to throw one more question out there, and let's see. Braids Blades would like to know, can you speak about how to be a great teammate in a collaborative storytelling game? What are things you love seeing other players do? And what's the TTRPG version of the alley-oop?
Ooh.
It's a really good question.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
I want to say that I believe it at least a part of it is like, for instance, the game I'm in, Dragons. We were all just random strangers and had no real reason to start working together, and that could have gone south immediately. We could have just fought each other, just completely disbanded and caused hell. But I think it's everybody finds that one thing to help them start working with the party, and then it also takes the other members to throw little hooks out there every once in a while for someone to grab onto. Just put those opportunities for you guys to become a cohesive unit. I think that's the best part. Then everybody can start working together, building stuff together, helping each other out. And sometimes if you're gonna if you see like somebody's not really doing much, and it's something that you could use, like a tag team assault or something. You can include them in. Have them just try and lend out that hand. It's all about everybody working together at the table.
Yeah, as like a new player, I'm actually, now that what kind of expanding on what Beaz was saying, there's like a lot of perfect alley oops that when it happen every session if the party is working well together. Just basic party meta where people are playing their roles and everyone's working together as a team. Like my Justin Timberlake, he's a fighter, and I know Wolfblood has his hands. He's got his head in his. I'm gonna own it. Justin Timberlake, he's a beast. Okay, he slays goblins and he looks good doing it. Okay, so anyway,
I've always heard he was a lover instead of a fighter, but that's just me.
Hey, D&D brings different things out of everybody, I suppose. But just simple party mechanics, like I'll be on the front lines and just some heals coming in, or just some random status effects going around, and just like and just or like flanking, like being in position, and just like little alley-oops like that just they all add up together. And yeah, I think, for lack of better words, those are like my favorite alley-oops being a new player.
I think for me the best alley-oop is the yes and. Being able to take what one character is doing and build off of it, as opposed to working against it. I mean, unless of course it's your enemy and then you want to work against it. But when you're at the table, finding ways that your skills can synergize with each other, or helping a new player understand better how a skill works so they can use it in a more efficient manner, or things like that. But the yes and, I think, is huge just in terms of collaborative storytelling.
And being a good teammate, listen. When you're at the table, just listen. Take notes. Take a look at how the other players are playing their characters. Do they have special tics? Do they have little things that they've thrown into their personalities that they're making them unique? And then play to them. And all of a sudden you can help your entire party just move up to that next level of their character and really bring everybody together. Just listen. It's the best thing that you could possibly do.
Yeah, I like building off of that for our Wednesday night show that's going to be premiering this week. The cast of that I've always felt was really good about kind of knowing, even though we didn't know each other's backstories, we had these little kind of hints here and there about different things, like Evie has like a scar on her face, and then Shula, has blackened hands. And I feel like we do a good job at remembering those things, listening to the little hints and tidbits about each other's characters, and then wanting to know more. Because if you have like 5 people together in real life doing some kind of job, you're going to ask each other questions about your history, your backstory, what's up with this scar? Why are you away from your family? Once you get to know each other. And I feel like that builds a really big cohesion both with the group as people and the characters in the story, is just really immersing yourself and wanting to get to know those characters on a deeper level.
That's one thing that I think every game I've ever done that's had characters with a backstory, with a significant backstory that really plays into what we're doing. I like having those backstories not be something that you just come out and say, yes, I'm so-and-so and I'm from here and this is why I'm adventuring. You know, I like that, having the ability to sort of get to know people in a more natural way, just like you would at your job or school or whatever it may be. Because I feel like that's how you become a team, is by getting to have those types of moments together. That just kind of feels more natural to me.
Yeah, I really like to just kind of sidetrack when I'm with the group, and just if there's somebody I'm not quite getting or not picking up on how they're, if things go down, we're going to work together. Just run them off, and the DM will just look. It's like, okay, it's time to create a little side quest here, and we'll just go off on their merry little adventure. So, and my entire purpose is to understand the other character.
Any last thoughts before we take a quick break?
These are all such good questions. Chat, you guys are amazing.
Before we do take the break, I just wanted to show off what we're giving away. Well, not exactly what we're giving away, right? We're giving away one of the dice vaults, correct?
No, we're doing one of the spell trackers. So what
spell
you have is
trackers?
perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have one of the spell trackers that is part of the giveaway. I don't know if you can see that if it's focused, but this is from Arcane Spectacles, and it's really, really, really awesome. Whether you're playing in person or not, I use it to track my spells when I'm playing my Oracle on Wednesday nights. And it's freaking awesome. The quality is amazing. It's also personalized, and I love the people at Arcane Spectacles. They're fantastic.
They're the sweetest.
Please make sure to support them, and follow them on Twitter and other various places. But that's what we're going to be giving away. Not sure if it's going to be these exact colors, but
yes. And then Wolf's Blood just dropped a link to their shop. And if you're curious about any of their other products, this is their sneak attack tracker. So if you're playing a rogue or anybody that does sneak attack, you can put your D6s in here. This also is a dice vault, so it has all of my D6s in it. You know, so you can actually just store them right in there, and then you've got them available for you. And I've used that both in person and online. So the other thing that I have from them is this is their AC tracker. If you are playing a character that, you know, your AC may take hits or things like that. And then I also have, this is a different style than what's on their website, but this is the HP tracker.
That's amazing.
Yeah, they have all of these, which are, I've used them because for me, sometimes just having it right in front of me where I can see it is so much more convenient than trying to use it on a digital sheet. So yeah. Definitely check them out. And ! Ticket if you would like to try to win one of the spell trackers. We're going to take a quick break so that everybody can get up, refresh their drinks, and all of that good stuff. But don't go anywhere. You can enter the... yes, we are going to hashtag free the P. Some of you know what that means. And we are going to leave the giveaway open during the entire break. So feel free to enter if you haven't had the chance to yet. And we will draw the winner when we come back, and then we're going to open up another giveaway during the second half, and you need to be present to win for both, so don't leave. And we will be back like in 5 to 7 3/4 seconds.
Seconds?
Whoa, I better
I mean
run.
minutes.
Wow.
Yes, minutes.
Freedom!
Oh, my
Thank
goodness.
God I got a bottle here.
You better
I'm
pee
gonna-
really fast. All right, we will be back shortly. Thanks, everybody. And we are back from our break. Hopefully everybody is all
Did we
set
do
and
it?
good to go. I think we did it.
Sweet.
I think we made it back in one piece.
That was the slowest 5 to 7.4.
Whatever it was.
That was the slowest 5 to 7 seconds ever. So I appreciate time slowing down for a moment.
Right? It was really good.
Thank goodness.
So good. All right.
We just got a host from Lionhead Gaming.
Oh, Lionhead, thank you guys
Hi.
so much. Thank you. Welcome on in. Our good friends over at Lionhead Gaming. Thank you guys so much for coming in and for dropping those follows. Everybody that's followed us tonight, we're up to 105. Oh my gosh. This is so exciting. You guys are all just in time to join us for our giveaway. We haven't drawn the winner yet. If you are interested in entering our giveaway for a spell tracker from Arcane Spectacles, we were just about to draw the winner. ! Ticket. If you would like to enter, I will give it just another minute, and then we will draw the winner. Did everybody have a good break?
It was wonderful.
That's
Got
good.
more water. Nice and eventful. How was your break, Luna?
My break was good. I still don't have water at my condo complex, but you know, we're making do.
I'm so sorry.
I've never
That's in
been
chat for Luna.
I've never been so grateful that I filled a water bottle before I left work on Friday. So, at least I have a full bottle of water. But
I can't drink it. It has amoebas in it.
I don't think it's sanitary. I'm also anxiously waiting. So I have my water bottle is covered in stickers, as you can see, but I'm going to be clearing up space because at the end of this week, you know what's arriving?
Hopefully a water truck.
I would like that, but no.
All right.
It's going to be a sticker. It's going to be
What
a
kind of sticker?
It's going to be a sticker with the Shared Experience Phoenix on it.
Are you telling me that there's shared experience merchandise available today?
There is. If you are interested,
Today?
right now, there's
How can
already
I
merch
buy some?
available. And we're going to be doing a giveaway for some of the merch on our Wednesday show this week. So that'll be exciting. You'll have to come back for that one. But yes, we have hoodies, we have t-shirts, we have stickers, we have mugs. We are doing most of our sales through Design by Human. We did find that the hoodies don't come in larger sizes. So if you need a larger size, we did make those available through another site. Feel free to reach out to one of us to get the link, or you can find it down below underneath the merch stuff. So yes, I don't think, we don't have a merch command yet. But if you scroll down into the About Us section, it's all in there. You can just click on the logo. Again, made by Lot Evenstar, who's hanging out in chat tonight. ! Ticket. I am going to draw the winner. Give me 1 second to make sure that everybody is in. All right, let's see. I'm going to close the entries. And draw a winner.
Here we go.
Oh, no way! The winner is Beard and Bride!
Beard and Bride.
Beard and Bride.
Speak up in chat!
Literally
Beard
scripted.
and Bride!
Incredible. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
That's amazing.
Beard and Bride were so sweet. They messaged me today and said that they deliberately were postponing their Sunday night stream just so they could be here for this tonight. So that was super, super sweet of them. And I am so excited that they won. So Beard and Bride, I saw you speak up in chat already. So congratulations. I will connect with you either after the stream or whatever, and we will make sure that we get a spell tracker out to you guys. So congratulations.
You guys are amazing.
You are amazing.
Thank you so much.
They're so much fun. Definitely go say hi to them. They do a lot of streaming. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm going to say multiple sclerosis. And they actually have a big event that they are going to be hosting. I believe it's coming up Thursday with Jackbox games involved and comedians and all kinds of good stuff.
That sounds awesome.
Can I please point out the fact that we've had a great inaugural show for the channel because Yachts did not win this giveaway.
Right?
True.
Also,
Like a new meta.
by that standard, neither did Wolf's Blood.
I did not enter.
I was just gonna say I didn't see your entry.
Whoa.
Wolf's Blood has probably won like 7 of these things, and he ends up giving them all away. So,
Now, That said, I may enter into our next giveaway.
Yes, which I am going to open up in 2 seconds. All right,
I didn't know
Mark is
we could
complete.
enter in these.
You absolutely can. And this one, I mean, not that you don't want to enter into the other one, but this one you definitely want to enter into. And I'll tell you why.
So they are. Go ahead. You first. I'm
Well,
just
I
so
was going to
excited.
say, we were able to partner with a very small, independently run company called Critical Hit Cookies. And I had been followed by Critical Hit Cookies on Twitter for a while. Always had very pleasant interactions with the woman who runs it. And so I said, I would really like to support her someday, but I don't need a dozen cookies. So I sent a dozen cookies to Amanda and Floop. And then all hell broke loose.
They are incredible. I cannot. I'm a huge sugar cookie fan, and I've had every sugar cookie and like from every relative or anything. Sorry, mom or grandma, but these sugar cookies were out of this world, like the greatest sugar cookies I've ever had. And I'm pretty sure any kind of healthy living that I've been doing over the last several months is just going to go out the window, as we have a discount code now, and I'm just going to keep ordering cookies.
It's true.
They're huge, they're soft, they're just amazing.
The question came up about, I'm sorry, Floop. I just want to try make sure I answer this. The question came up if they have gluten-free cookies. I am fairly sure that she does. Yes, I'm looking at them right now. I see a gluten-free lemon cookie, and I believe there are other ones as well. You just kind of have to dig through the pages. There are 4 pages of options.
And I think there's sugar-free too. There's lots of different options for different health things.
Yep, I see a sugar-free chocolate chip, a sugar-free oatmeal raisin, sugar-free peanut butter blondie. Yeah, so lots of different choices.
Yeah, I was just telling them before the show, once you have critical hit cookies, every other cookie is going to be a critical fail. And it's like that's how good they are. It's pretty amazing stuff. So definitely check them out.
Yes.
You had the chocolate chip ones, right? What did you think of them?
Chip. They were fantastic. They definitely live up to the name of critical hit cookies.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed them. Yeah.
And I
100%.
I was gifted some of the Snickerdoodle and some of the Chai Blondies. Oh my God, they were so good. And Wolf's Blood, you got a pretty unique flavor.
Oh, so I lucked out, and I got a chocolate chip with bacon jerky cookie.
What?
It was magical. It was, I can't even describe how good that cookie. It was a soft, gooey cookie, this beautiful chocolate, and then boom, this big old salty hit of bacon.
And Wolf's Blood,
I'll be in my bunk.
I was gonna say he's a bit of a foodie, so for him to give it a 5-star review like that, you know it's good. So
It was ridiculous.
I want him to know why you didn't say, "Hey, come have some of these."
Yeah.
Because they were COVID cookies. They were. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm a horrible friend, aren't I?
They're
I
definitely
drive an
not
hour
for
and a
sharing.
half and bring him
But
baked bread and
Aw,
cheesecake.
I know, I heard
Okay,
about the
okay.
cheesecake.
Oh, that cheesecake was so good. It took me 2 weeks to eat that cheesecake, by the way. We'll get together.
But they
We got
do,
these.
the cookies do come individually packaged, so it makes them great for like throwing one in your work lunch or something like that. Actually, that was what helped me not dive in and eat them all in one sitting, was the fact that they were individually packaged. They lasted me and my daughter. I have a 12-year-old daughter, and then her best friend lives with us, not technically, but sort of unofficially lives with us most of the time. And between the 3 of us, they lasted us like 2 weeks. We did pretty darn well. So highly recommend. I can see we already have over at least 19 entries. So yeah. And yes, if you are interested in ordering some cookies, you can ship them. She will ship them anywhere in the US. And I believe that includes Hawaii. She will do international shipping, but it costs a lot more. So if you are outside of the US, that's fine. We just want to make sure that you know that it will take a little bit longer to get to you. And they do come really well packaged. So, you don't have to worry about them coming all like broken and crumbled. Like, she really takes a lot of care packaging them up. So Anyway, let's move on from cookies, as much as I could talk about cookies all night. Chat's like, give cookies. Give cookies now. Let's see. We're going to dive back into the TTRPG stuff. Let's see. We have Beard and Bride wants to know, how did you all find yourself getting into TTRPGs? So what led you to TTRPGs?
Well, for me personally, I think just the Twitch section of tabletop gaming was big inspiration, and just Twitch in general. Manda introduced a lot to tabletop for me, but then just the community around here with just a whole bunch of really passionate people in the tabletop section here has been my introduction.
So I had an old significant other of mine introduced me into TTRPGs. One of his coworkers was running a Pathfinder First Edition campaign and invited me along, and that's kind of where it all started. And that was the best thing I got from that relationship. So, Beaz, your face.
I just, I had to quit because I got some of that second degree burn from that. I was like, oh.
Go
Go ahead.
Beaz.
No, go ahead.
My uncle ran a hobby shop when I was growing up, and I would always just kind of stand there just admiring and watching these people gather and just talk for hours. And he invited me in one day because who's taught me how to paint miniatures and models and everything. So I just sat in on a one shot and just fell in love with it.
I would say my my first time ever playing any kind of what got me into it was just a buddy of mine kept talking to me about it, and I was of the mindset of it's just boring people that play it. They sit around and like the World of Warcraft episode where they were like, I add 4 to the eyes of the raven and things like that, and I was like, okay, this is gonna be something stupid and boring. And he was like, come on, just play, just try it. If you don't like it, 10 minutes. You don't like it, you can go. And I was like, fine. And so I sat down with him and we made my character, and I got kind of pumped. I was like, okay, I like this guy. Let's crack some skulls. And went in, and it was just a wrap from there.
Mine was just finding those books that my brother had. I started reading through them, got really interested. The artwork was something I'd never really seen before. And because I was probably 8 or 9 years old at the time. And after that, it was reading those books cover to cover, time and time again. I ended up buying a few additional books. Didn't really play for the first couple of years that I had them. And had a friend of mine over one day showing off the books. He was like, hey, we should play this at some point. One thing led to another, and at one point my gaming group had grown up to, we had 21 active players that we had cycled through every weekend. So imagine a whole bunch of 12, 13, 14-year-old boys that are getting together at 10 to 15 at a time at somebody's house. How our parents survived that, I have no clue. And the amount of Little Caesars pizza that was consumed. Yes.
I think a lot of people here have heard how I got into it, but I know we've got a lot of new people joining us for the first time. So I've been playing for close to 13 years. I got into it right after my daughter was born, actually, because my now ex-husband was hosting a game at our house every week. And so it started out with me being like, no, I'm too busy with the baby, so on and so forth. And put the baby to bed, and then I'd go to bed, almost immediately after. And then as time sort of went on, it became put the baby to bed, read a book in the living room, put the baby to bed, do something in the kitchen because they were at the dining room table. So it was like each week I just kept getting a little bit closer until finally I just went, all right, move. Like, just clear me a spot. I gotta get in on this. But it's a good time. I like that so many people come to it from so many different ways. There's so many ways to get involved in it.
Yeah, I with what Beaz said, how at first he was like, I think this is gonna be kind of lame. Like, I wasn't really sure what it was gonna be like. I didn't think I was gonna fit in, or that it was gonna be something that I would like. I never had any friends, growing up that were into it. I wish that they had, because what I've experienced in the last 9 years of TTRPG life has just been phenomenal. But I definitely had some preconceived notions about it, and I'm so glad that that I took that step into this world.
And one of the things that you brought up earlier with Floop coming in with 5e, entry into TTRPGs has become so much easier today than it used to be. Because, and I'm going to pull out my cane for this one, back in my day, when I first started playing, you had to do this little thing called THACO. And you had to be able to do a whole bunch of math in your head. Because if you did it on paper, we laughed at you. And you were not to be at our table. But now today, I mean, it's so much easier to come in, and there's so many varieties out there for people to jump into. Everything from Call of Cthulhu for all of you horror fans. You've got D&D 5e. If you really want to torture yourself, you have D&D 4. There's just so many ways to come in and play and be that character that you want to have now. It's amazing. And it's one of those things, I'm glad I started when I started, but at the same time, I really wish that I'd had the opportunity to start today.
I think the biggest thing that made it easy for me are websites like D&D Beyond and Roll20 that take care of so much of the stuff for you. Like, I feel like if I had to create a character by hand, it would have taken me, like, that barrier is probably the highest barrier for entry. It's like creating a character, and like literally in just a couple clicks of a button, you can go on D&D Beyond and create a character, and it fills out your inventory and all your stats, and like, you know, you can even pick from some backstories just to like get a grasp of what it's supposed to look like in the first place. And it's so, yeah, that part for me was huge. Is the technology around it now is amazing.
I think too, speaking of the technology around it, it's also allowed a lot of people to continue playing or start playing during this whole COVID thing. Just with, Discord and Zoom and Google Meet, and then, like you said, Roll20 or Fantasy Grounds, which is what a lot of, I've used over the last year and a half. Just all of those different options being available for people. It's like, oh man, thank God those all exist now, Because can you imagine if they'd all been trying to build it all in the last 6-7 months? It would have been a disaster.
Yeah.
I do think, though, you're also right in my opinion. I feel like, to some extent, like, I learned on 3.5, so I did all of my character sheets by hand. Like, the whole doing it online was sort of a new thing for me fairly recently. But also to that point, I feel like it also in some ways helps me understand some of the mechanics better, because it's easier for me to see, oh, that's a bonus action. Oh, that's how long this spell lasts. Oh, it helps sort of illustrate some of that a little bit clearer for me at this point. So things I didn't get before, I understand better now.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's see. Another question that came up. Let's see. Have any of you... Oh, I'm sorry. I almost missed Katie Machen's. What's the best character backstory you've ever come up with or heard of? Excuse me. Follow-up, do you prefer funny or tragic backstories?
So the campaign that I'll be doing here coming up, my character idea is I'm going to be a mind flayer, but I'm going to be good. So I'm calling myself the kind flayer. And yeah, so that's my character idea. And he's going to be I think it's called a wizard, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So that's my best idea.
I love that.
So you were the one she was searching for.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amanda was like, yeah, I got somebody that's trying to like play a mind flayer. Anyone have any ideas?
Does
Thank you.
anybody?
Thank
And then just digga machine gun link all over the place.
yeah. So we're going with that.
Okay, so I mean, there's so for like backstories of other characters that I've heard. There's so many. I think they're all, as long as you put at least a little bit of effort into it. I think they're all kind of amazing because it you can't just say, okay, well, this person, I like this one because they did this or that. It's like a person; they're unique. So I like, I like a little bit of something from all of them. For my own though, I would have to say it would probably be the one I put the most effort into, which would have to be oh my god, what is his name? Ordoth. There we go. Ordoth, the Goliath cleric that I played recently on. I wrote, like, I still wasn't complete, but when I stopped, I think I was up to 2.5 pages of backstory for him. And I just sat down. I was like, let me write some backstory, and just went into it and something clicked, and my hands were possessed, and I was just typing away like a madman. And he was his mother died giving birth to him, and his tribe saw him as a bad omen, so they kicked him out, and he tried to survive on his own, almost died. It was just this whole roller coaster of emotions and things. And then to answer the second part of the question, it really kind of depends on the game, because I mean, if you're playing Call of Cthulhu, and you got somebody who's funny Frank, who's just done a whole bunch of silly things all in his life, it's difficult in that aspect, but I believe the characters and their backstories help set the mood for the game as well. So I think it should, for the most part, there's always exceptions to it, but for the most part, kind of go somewhat adjacent to the mood of the game.
Yeah, I feel that. I think there's a lot of people, especially on Twitter lately. I've been seeing a lot about people kind of dissing on people creating tragic backstories. And I get that, like, maybe it's easier to make a tragic backstory, but I think that I don't know. I personally like that. I like seeing a character that comes kind of from a really bad situation and see how they improve, and how the character development and the personality development and how they overcome their issues. And a lot of my backstory is based in like the actual character, so I create the character first and then obviously the backstory. And so I take whatever kind of issues I may have with that character, and then, like Beaz said, like the setting, and just, I don't know, go from there. And for some reason I just like I like seeing someone overcome tragedy, both in real life and like in an RPG. So I really like that aspect of it.
I'm going to be a bit of a punk on this one, only because the best backstory that I have had is a character that I will be playing here very, very soon.
Oh my god.
And so I can't get into it. A couple of folks have been able to read his backstory so far.
It's amazing.
And I will give a couple of hints for it. It is set in the Star Wars universe. The character comes from a colony planet. I had a very respectable upbringing. My family has been on this planet for a couple of generations now. We were not well known, but we were well respected. My folks lived and died as natural. It wasn't a big thing. And then a thing happens where I no longer wanted to be on said planet. And so I have joined my crew. But for the full story, you will have to check out the Star Wars campaign that we'll be putting forward here in a little bit. Cliffhanger.
Dun dun dun. We need Katie with that dramatic zoom on her camera.
Yeah.
One of the players that's going to be joining our Wednesday night campaign has a dramatic zoom effect on her web camera, so she just pushes the button on a remote and it zooms right in on her face, so she can do that like dun dun dun. It's really pretty funny.
Katie, message me. I need this in my life.
Yeah, that's fair. It's for his new character, JC Shaz. Yeah. He's just going to make one of every NSYNC member now.
NSYNC tabletop RPG. I mean,
Why not?
perfect. Yeah.
Could be die, 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 like having 3 dice.
That's amazing. Wow. I think that we're ready to ship it right now.
Let's go. Let's do it. I mean, stranger things have happened on this show, so... Let's see. Playful Journeys would like to know, do you have a favorite board game? And if so, what is it? Example, I am a sucker for Red Dragon Inn. Excuse me, sorry.
Risk.
Axis and Allies.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I have lost many weekends to Axis and Allies.
Cash and Guns, Optimus.
Oh my gosh, yes,
Imagine
I remember
guns.
that. We played that at
We
PAX.
played that at PAX.
If I could ever find someone to play Risk with me again, it'd be Risk.
That's a good one. I love Risk.
I
Apparently,
haven't.
people get mad when you betray them. Like,
Whatever.
I haven't played a ton of board games, but one that I really enjoyed was the co-op nature of Pandemic. That was really fun.
I've never heard of that one.
I've heard really good things about it.
It's really fun. I really enjoy it.
We have
My favorite is Legendary. I don't know if you guys have ever heard it. It's a deck building game, but like not like Magic the Gathering, but just like in one setting, like per game. Shout out to Games Ghost, my best friend Timmy Skittles, who got me into that game. It's like Marvel themed, and that's really cool. I really love that game. I was obsessed with it so much I used to like keep score every time, which is not necessary at all.
Having a younger, I say younger, she's not really younger anymore. Having a younger kid though, I have had to learn the beauty of some of the simpler games that are out there, just because, when she was really little, obviously we couldn't play some of the more, adult related board games. But we ended up finding one at PAX East a few years ago that is a game called Sparkle Kitty. And we love it. It's a card game where you have to build a tower out of 4 cards, and then you have a princess who is your Sparkle Kitty, whatever, that is at the top of this tower, and the goal is to get rid of your cards that make the tower so you can free the princess. Pretty straightforward. But the way that you do that is by playing cards that are in your hand. And in this regard, it's sort of similar to like Uno or Crazy Eights or anything like that, where you have like a card matching game. So you have to match a color and a symbol or a word or something like that. And as you do that, you have to say out loud the spell that you have created. But it's usually something ridiculous, like squishy pandas or something like that. And then it's just hilarious. And so it ends up being really, really funny. And then, of course, they released the adult version, which is Sparkle Kitty Nights, KNIGHTS. And then,
Oh my gosh.
and that is definitely a more adult version because you end up with things like moist whatever, and you can do with that what you will. And so those are a ton of fun. Like, they just end up being laughing fits when we play. And Anomia is another really good card game that I enjoy. Both of which I found both of those at PAX East, actually.
It's funny. I've never really gotten into board games. It was never really a thing growing up or anything else, but I do love the game of life.
That is
That's
a
a
good one.
good one.
Life
Oh, yeah.
is a lot of fun.
Oh yeah. It's not often you can say that, but yeah.
It's true.
I would say Monopoly also, but there are some people in here who know my reputation for Monopoly, and it's never going to happen again.
No.
I
I
never play Monopoly
definitely
with people
betray
I
at
plan to
that
stay
point.
friends with.
I like to set the mood, that way they know on what playing field that I can actually go to.
I think another really good party game too is Exploding Kittens.
Yes.
I think Exploding Kittens is like just I've not met a person that doesn't like that game. It's an awesome game.
I like any of those party game type things. The Jackbox games I love. Among Us I've really enjoyed playing. Yeah, anything like that I find to be a lot of fun. Apples to apples. If you have to play essentially
Cards Against Humanity.
Cards Against Humanity, but with a much younger audience. Oh, Telestrations. That's another great party game. If you don't know that one, it's like Pictionary meets the game meets like Telephone, and you have to draw something, and then the next person guesses what it is, and they write it down, and then the next person has to draw what the guess was, and it's just, oh my god, so funny.
One I really like is Super Fight.
That's a good one too.
I've never
I
played
love
that, but I've
Super
seen
Fight.
it.
There's like a lot of arguing in that game.
Yeah, yeah.
That's hilarious.
Like you draw a bunch of different cards. Each person, like the two people that are going to battle, do it, and then you flip them over, and it's like Chuck Norris with Raiden's power versus, and he has like some other ability, and then the other person has like stormtroopers that every time they're hit they multiply or something like that, and then those two have to argue to explain why their character would win, and then the judge and everybody else votes on who gave the best argument and prove their side, and it gets crazy.
Excellent.
That's super fun. I love games that like really get you like involved in that way. All right, let's see. What is the most ridiculous character you've played?
100%. It's Dave. I mentioned him at the beginning of the show. Dave is the most ridiculous character I ever had. I say he started off as he was 1 foot 4 inches tall. He was a gnome. He was an alchemist. He was a warlock. He was pure chaotic neutral. He had the absolute best of intentions for the party. He just didn't know how to go about it properly. And he was also mildly insane. So he would try to do all of this really cool stuff and fail miserably most of the time. Not through any fault of his own, though. He really did try.
Poor Dave.
I had a special D100, or I had a 100 action list between me and my DM. I had to roll on that every time I tried to do something to see if something random happened with the spell he was casting or the potion he was creating. And more often than not, it did. we were running into a cavern full of goblins, and he had just gotten high enough level. He's going to cast Fireball. Now, mind you, when we entered into combat, I'm riding the barbarian. I have a harness on the back of the barbarian, and I'm riding the barbarian into battle. So I pull out my wand, which was just a twig, but it was his wand. And I pointed it at the goblins, and just as that happened, I rolled. And the random thing happened was that my barbarian stumbled a little bit. My wand pointed down, and I cast Fireball into the back of his head.
Oh no!
Oh. Oh.
Now, the barbarian lived. Remember, I had just gotten Fireball. It was a 3d6 damage or something like that. It was small. He also made his reflex save because he got a bonus because he was already tripping. So that helped. But he was a northern barbarian, known for his long, flowing golden locks and beard. He was hairless from that day forward.
Oh dang!
Oh my god.
I'm glad he lives.
So anyway, Dave survived through I don't know how many campaigns in D&D. He eventually made it into Shadowrun. He made it into a Ravenloft campaign. And the last I saw him was a Star Wars campaign where he became a computer virus. And the last that we saw is that he infected a Star Destroyer that was chasing down our party and caused the Star Destroyer's loudspeakers to begin playing this strange music and timing the turbo lasers to it. And the music, though, was do 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 do.
Oh my god!
I seriously thought you were gonna start singing Baby Shark, and I was like, "Oh no!"
Next time.
Yeah.
But that was Dave. Dave is one of my favorite ones. And when I DM, Dave eventually becomes one of my exposition characters, usually, or something. If I need to get the party motivated or moving down a path, it's Dave.
Oh my
Dave sounds like a nice guy.
He tries to be.
Best
No
intention.
eyebrows. Yeah.
Dave sounds a lot like you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can see that.
Keep in mind, I have spent a great deal of time with him in person, and yeah, best intentions.
Say oops a lot?
So I don't know. It was the question meant like intentionally like funny or not? Like, did we intend to make our characters that way?
The question was just the most ridiculous character you've ever played. So I would say ridiculous in whatever that means.
I played a gunslinger, a Pathfinder gunslinger several years ago named Odana, and she wasn't intentionally funny, but in Pathfinder, you misfire with a gun, like on a 1 or a 2 roll on the die, and no joke, every single combat we had, at least once or twice, I would misfire. And I had the worst luck I've ever had in any campaign I've ever played. And it was just ridiculous how I would always hype it up like, come in, I'm all being serious, and, you know, pull out my gun and try to do some kind of sweet dramatic move, and then misfire, like every single turn in every combat. It was it was frustrating, but also very, very funny because I kept trying to be serious, but how can you be serious when your gun just continues to misfire in your face?
Evie feels that in the depths of her soul.
Yeah, that's true. It was very similar to Evie.
And if you'd like to know more about Evie, you need to come by on Wednesday.
Wednesday night. Well, my
ahead.
character, totally serious. I mean, Justin Timberlake, who is the only character I have played so far, and slays foes with rhythmic dancing and other b-boy antics. But anyways, yeah, that's the only character I've played, so that's who I'm going with.
If I had to choose, it would be the first character I actually was a part of a stream with. and this is with Gaming as Usual. He let me on just for a one shot, like as a guest appearance on one of his shows, and I came in with my human cleric, who was a devout Southern Baptist follower of Bahamut, and it was amazing. So he would just run up and like, there were undead around, and he was like, "And I swear, in the power of Bahamut, you will be burned." And the whole time was amazing.
Oh.
I want to bring him back for some more like guest appearances or one shots, definitely.
I want to see that.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
I'm down for that. I will host a one shot just so you can do that. I think probably the most ridiculous character I've ever played was, well, she wasn't really ridiculous. She was ridiculous as a character, not in that she was ridiculous. But Beaz and I did a one shot together back in the early spring, and I played a mouse folk. And so she was like this 1 foot tall little sword fighting mouse. And just the concept of her just is not, it makes no sense. And she spoke squeak speak, so she could talk to other animals. Yeah.
I love it.
So that
I've
was
never been allowed to play a character like that because apparently I get a look in my eyes and they just shut it down right at the start. It's not allowed. Because that's when I really want to invest in my backstory and creating that character.
oh goodness. Now I'm like, I need to know more about this.
Yeah, I need to see a ridiculous character from you. This has to happen.
This will be a thing. Okay, Lot Evenstar would like to know, give us one of your favorite moments from any TTRPG that you have played.
Ooh. I gotta dig deep.
I know, there's so many.
I know one.
Yeah.
I know one, and Lot will enjoy this one because it was in last week's game of Dragons of Rulo. My character is possessed by his dad, who's trying to groom him to be a suitable vessel so he can just take the body over and kill off my character. So I'm in this constant struggle with him, and we got into a whole bunch of stuff, like this really crazy situation. And in order to, we got into it, and he ended up cutting his power off for me. So I was completely just a normal person. And so in order to help my friends out when they were in trouble, I let him take over my body and act of his own volition for 24 hours. And he was like pure evil. So this was at first a terrible idea. But I was like, whatever, as long as he can help them. And he took over my body. And the moment he took over, the conflict ended. And so he was like, well, guess I get to run around and have fun then. And everybody's like, oh God. And one of our party members started talking crap to him. And she was like, hey, why don't you take me over instead? I'm super strong and your son's just weak. So why don't you, boom, power. And he was like, that's a good idea. And the moment he looked over at her to do that, I was like, Ty, I want to do something. He was like, what? I was like, since technically we've switched places, I want to try and absorb the power from him. So, as in reverse. I rolled and he rolled, and my dad rolled a crit fail. And not only did I siphon most of his power, I also temporarily banished him.
Wow.
So, it was just a clutch move. when I
Oh
was
my
like,
god.
wait, he's distracted. I want to do this, and it just so happened to luckily work out.
That's crazy.
The craziest moment I can think of was my first night ever playing, and we got into our first ever fight, and I thought that you could talk to goblins. I thought they like understood that you could like talk them out of a fight, and so I tried to use I tried to do a charisma check to talk goblins out of fighting us. And to my defense, the DM did put that at like you have to roll a 25 or over, and I got a 23. I almost talked goblins out of fighting us at the very beginning of a campaign, but now I know that that's not the most suitable of strategies moving forward. But, yeah.
I mean, that's a good attempt anyway.
He tried.
You poor thing.
Not even Justin Timberlake could persuade him. They were a lost cause.
Maybe
There's
they just
only one thing that you do with goblins.
turn him into the president. Squee for president.
Squee
Stabby
for
stab.
president. I was actually going to say, batter them and deep fry, but yours is probably better.
Put them in the trebuchet.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Put him in my dice catapult. What?
Mm-hmm. Nothing. I've actually seen one of my players turn a siege weapon and use goblins as ammo.
That is amazing.
It took care of 2 problems.
I'm now just picturing and, more importantly, hearing the goblins as they are sailing through the air.
In my mind, they sound an awful lot like R2-D2 screaming.
And then just this dull splat at the end of it.
Oh my god. Valkyrie 305 in chat brought up a great, insane moment. Back when I played at home with her, like when we played in person back when I was down in Miami, our cleric wanted to heal me, but her regular healing spells weren't strong enough. Her revival spell would give me more health than that, so she proceeded to kill me and then revive me to give me more health than her regular healing spells would.
Amazing.
That's amazing.
Oh my gosh. It's when I hear stuff like this that I go, man, I really need to step up my game.
Some next level strategies.
Right? This is what I mean too about like when you start hearing about new players playing or like when kids play, because they come up with stuff like this all the time. I hear it from an adult. I'm like, oh my god, that's genius. I hear it from a kid and I'm like, how come I've never thought of that before? But oh well. All right. Well, I am looking at the clock and we need to draw a winner for cookies. So if
Snap.
if you have not gotten in your entry for 1 dozen critical hit cookies, this is your last chance! ! Ticket to enter. And those are good for any dozen cookies that she has on her website. And we will get in touch with her. We'll put you in touch so that you guys can coordinate all of that. And if you don't win tonight and you would like to purchase some of your very own critical hit cookies to feed your adventuring party, you can do that with a 10% discount. You've been seeing our codes cycling, hopefully at the bottom of the screen. So it's shared XP for Arcane Spectacles, or if you're ordering cookies, it is, oh my gosh, what is it? Tails? Now I can't remember what it is. But it's in there. ! Cookies, I think will bring it up. So, let's see. Yes, Tavern Tales 10, and that will give you 10% off your order. So, if you don't win tonight, you can order some of your very own. So, let's see, we are up to 25 entries. I'm going to give it just another second. And then while we are waiting for the last minute entries to get in, why don't we go around and I'm going to have everybody give us just a quick reminder of who you are and where we can find you around on the interwebs. And we're going to go in reverse order this time. So Wolf's Blood, we're going to start with you.
Well, if for some strange reason you ever want to check me out again, I'm actually here with this Shared Experience channel. I will be hanging out. Typically, I am moderating. However, we do have an upcoming Star Wars campaign that will be broadcast that will be coming up shortly that I will be a member of. Otherwise, come in, hang out, enjoy, have fun. Thank you, everybody that has come out tonight. This has been incredible. Seeing all the new faces, all of the old faces, guys, this is the best way possible we could have kicked off our channel. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope to see everybody back.
Excellent. And we couldn't have done this without you, Wolf's Blood. Thank you so much for all your help getting this going, for helping get our new mods trained up, for all of that good stuff. So thank you for all your hard work in this as well. You are very appreciated. Beaz, let's go to you next.
Hello, everyone. Big Beaz here. You can catch me Mondays on the Dice Tyrants in the Dragon of campaign, where we just pretty much take everything the DM throws at us and says, "Ha! Not difficult enough," and make it worse on ourselves. I want to. I'm trying my hardest. I want to do some more streams on my channel, so I'm aiming to do a couple this week. So Wednesday and Thursday, I want to knock out 2 streams on my channel. One of them will definitely be a Persona 5 stream.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, I love that game. And if, I'm always available to talk with anybody if they want to, do a one shot, want me to guest appear on anything. My schedule's a little off, so I can't really commit to a full game, another one yet. But for the most part, like one shots, I'm down for or appearances. And follow me on Twitter. I go on all the time, go on random spams where everybody that I know on my feed, I will like and retweet all your stuff to get you out there and get you as much exposure as possible. Oh, and thank you so much for having me here. This is amazing, and I can't wait to see what else you guys do.
Beaz, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for being a part of our premiere on this channel. And I love anytime I get any chance to hang out with you. So I will definitely try to drop by your stream at some point this week. And thank you again for being here.
Oh, thank you for having me. This is amazing.
AuraJade, next to you.
You can find me on Twitch at AuraJade76, typically on Saturdays and sometimes Fridays, depending on how the work week has been. Right now, really big into Star Wars Squadrons, training up so that my squadron can be flying in competition soon. Otherwise, I've had a great time on here. First time experience, really enjoyed hanging out with all of you. And I'll be definitely a regular around here.
Excellent.
When it comes to this room.
Yes, well, you are welcome back anytime. We would love to see you again. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us tonight. Wolf's Blood speaks very highly of you, so,
I pay him well.
It's true.
The cheesecake is delicious.
Well, thank you very much for taking time out of your Sunday night to come and hang out with us. Floop, let's go to you.
Hi, I'm Floop. You can find me at everything Floop. I'm playing drums on my stream, and you can catch me. What day is it today? Tuesday at 6 p.m. Central is my next stream. But yeah, we like to have a lot of fun there. But enough about that. This stream though tonight, the energy was incredible. You guys looking cuter than ever. Can I get one more wall of hearts for all of you guys? Thank you for the questions. Thank you for all of the laughs and just being a part of this. Like, being here is so much more fun when all of you guys are a part of it. And I hope you guys always continue to return back here. There's going to be so many more great stories. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. You guys crushed it. It was a really, really fun time being on. So thank you for having me on.
Yes, Floop, thank you so much for all of your help and for your advice, and then just for being awesome. And if you haven't checked out Floop's stream, definitely 13 out of 10 do recommend. Go spend your Tuesday night there. You will not regret it. And if you can't spend your Tuesday night there, then do what I do and hang out at work on Thursdays. So
You're wonderful.
Hypest drum stream on Twitch.
Oh my
Hands
God.
down,
so
period.
much fun. Cutest chat ever. And
Cutest chat ever.
Cutest chat ever. And Manda.
Hi, I'm Amanda here on Twitch, and you can find me on Twitter, at MandaMandaYay. I just want to thank you guys so much for being here. It means the world. I'm trying really hard not to cry right now. This has been like, I don't know, how many weeks has it been? Like 6 to 8 weeks in the making.
Yeah.
Creating this and having not only a lot of actual support, like technical support, art support, but moral support from pretty much every single person that's in this chat right now, that's on the show, and people that weren't able to be here tonight. This has been a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to get this up and going, and I'm so sorry. I'm trying to keep it together. This is just, not to obviously bring up anything negative, but like the Phoenix, we all kind of rose from a bad situation and from the ashes, and to bring a lot of positivity and love to everybody that's here, and truly create a truly inclusive, positive community for everybody who's nerdy or interested in TTRPGs or gaming, where you can have a place to come where you're accepted and you're loved. And this has just been like a dream of mine, that and I know for Luna and everybody that's involved. And thank you guys so much. Thank you. I'm sorry.
I want to hug you right now, Amanda, but I can't because you're too far away.
Virtual hugs to everybody.
Yes.
Group hugs.
For believing in everybody here, believing in this, the journey that we've been on, and just for, I don't know, just being amazing freaking people. Every single person that I see talking in this chat right now. Thank you so much.
So true. I don't know how I can say anything any better than what Manda just said, but for those of you who know me, Tales from the Tavern has been my baby since its creation on our previous channel, and when we lost that channel, that was a huge hit for me. I had put a lot of effort into that, and so like Manda said, this was a huge opportunity for growth. I've learned some new skills, like actual technical skills. I am producing my own stream tonight for the first time ever. I'm producing a Tales from the Tavern.
You're doing so wonderful.
Which is huge for me. I do my own streaming. For those of you who don't know me, I am Gamer Mom Luna on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And I usually lurk in a lot of streams, but I do my own streaming, usually Sunday mornings, 9 a.m. Eastern, coffee in a stream. Bring your breakfast, bring your coffee, come hang out. We've been playing some Baldur's Gate 3, actually, lately. And, yeah, this has been a lot of work, a lot of late night conversations and messages flying through. Last night, Manda and I I'm literally laying in bed. Also.
I was just getting so excited with every time she messages me, and I'm just like, we just have all these awesome, cool things and ideas, and it's just,
she may or may not have gotten one during this. Hey, by the way, I just had this idea.
I saw that.
So it's just a constant growing process, and like Manda said, we really wanted this to be a space where it's open to anybody, regardless of how new or old you are in the TTRPG community. We want this to be a place where people feel comfortable that they can come, they can learn, they can grow, they can find people to play with, they can, just be who they are in the TTRPG community, because it's amazing and it's wonderful, and you all are amazing people and do amazing things. And tell amazing stories, and we want to share that with everybody. So, I mean, join our Discord if you haven't already. It's a super awesome place. We have a bot that will remind you to do your lunges, your not your crunches. Holy moly, your squats. And your push-ups. And yes. So we also have a lot of fun in there, and just a really great community that's already up and running, and we are so pleased that you all have come to join us, and we hope you stick around. And with that said, let's give away some cookies, because who doesn't love cookies? I am closing the giveaway right now, and we are going to draw the winner.
I'm so excited.
Lil Ducky, Lil_Ducky.
Oh!
Cronsberry, I don't have a cookie emote, so Lil Ducky, if you are in chat, make sure you speak up so we can give you your cookies. Yay! There you are! Congratulations!
Yay! Good job!
So Lil Ducky, either connect with me, send either shared_experience or Gamer Mom Luna a whisper on Twitch, or you can hit one of us up in Discord, and we will put you in touch with the owner of Critical Hit Cookies, and you can pick out your delicious cookies. And so, with that, we are going to go raid somebody fantastic so we can share the love. Yes.
Before we do, one of our wonderful, beautiful viewers, Braidsblade, had a specific request.
Oh, okay. I did not see
they
that.
They wanted to know if my Southern Baptist character can give a blessing on this new stream to anything.
Oh, please do.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Let me get into it. All right. Well, as all of our party members are gathered here today at the conclusion of this wonderful event here, we look towards the great and mighty, powerful Bahamut as he blesses us with his dragon of beauty and his justice for all the little people, all the big ones, the animals, the creatures, anything that you can think of in this wonderful plane of existence. So as we come to a close, I want you all to look to the person to your left, the person to your right, the person in another plane of existence. And I want you to tell them thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being such a wonderful person in this stream. And we look forward to everything coming from shared experience today. Can I get a amen?
Amen.
Amen.
These are so cool. Oh my goodness.
That was fantastic.
So cool, Beaz.
I love it. Somebody better clip that, by the way.
That was amazing.
We need that forever. And with that, we are Shared Experience. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We will be here every Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, where you can catch Tales from the Tavern with different guests every week, where we talk about TTRPGs and all things nerdy. On Wednesday night, you can come and join us for the premiere of 50 Shades of Crimson, which will be our second season, a carryover of a campaign that started on our previous channel. And that will be a Pathfinder First Edition campaign that will feature Decider 12 as DM. And I can't wait for that. It's a great time with a very fun cast. And I am really looking forward to getting to continue that story. With that said, congratulations to our winners. Thank you so much to our moderators who were here tonight. Corin did a smash bang up job, his first time moderating a stream ever, and he killed it. So thank you, Corin. And we are going to go share the love with our good friends, Waffles Maple Syrup. So when we get over there, we're going to tell everyone to share the experience. I don't know why that didn't come out right. Can somebody fix that, please? And we are going to go say hi to Waffles Maple Syrup. So when you get over there, share the love. I gotta find them. Hold on one second.
They're incredible. They do a homebrew. Well, tonight isn't a homebrew, but they play Pathfinder 2nd Edition.
Yes.
And it's fantastic. It's my favorite Pathfinder 2e stream.
Yes, and they are super fun, and they have adorable emotes, and they are sitting at 15 viewers, so let's go show them some love. And you all have a wonderful night, and we'll see you here again on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Bye.
Thank you guys.
Thank you,
Love
everybody.
you guys.
Yeah.